Hello everyone, in this video I will show you how to build anything using Base44 as well as n8n. Base44 is very similar to Lovable and they have the same UI and everything, but in this video I will show you how to create an automatic landing page such that when your clients input their information, you will automatically send them customized proposals and customized consultations through their emails. So first things first, we need to set up our n8n account. So here we want to click on this plus sign and we want to get our webhook, and I'm going to click on this, and here we want to make sure that the method is post, and here we just want to click on this so that we copy the correct URL for our webhook. With that being said, we need to provide our prompt here, and once we provide our prompt here, Base44 is gonna basically create the website and the platform using our prompts. And I have already prepared a prompt for us, and this is my prompt, and as you can see, it has two parts. The first part basically explains my website, explains the colors I want to use, explains the fields I want to use, and as you can see, we have a first name, last name, email address, and a prompt. So the first part is just an introduction to how I want my website to look like. The second part is for my n8n webhook. So basically, we want to let Base44 know where to send the following data. And in order to do that, we need to paste the URL I was talking about. Paste it. Now Base44 knows where to send all of this data. Okay, I'm just gonna copy this and I'm gonna come back to Base44 and I'm just gonna paste this and I'm just gonna send the prompt. As you can see, Base44 is now working on my application, and once the application is done, we can basically input our information, and those information are going to be sent to n8n using our webhook. So once the app is created, I will connect back with you. Okay, so Base44 just came up with our app, and as you can see, it's a very decent landing page, but the problem is it's very generic. So if someone looks at this landing page, they can tell more or less it was created by AI. And we want to make it more professional. And to do so, I'm using a website called 21st.dev. So if you go to 21st.dev, you can find different elements that you can add to your website. And for instance, I'm interested in the following elements, and it's called a display card. And I can basically copy the prompt, and you can copy the prompt to your bolt, to your cloud, to your cursor, but I'm going to use Lovable, and Lovable and Base44 are very similar. So I'm going to click on Lovable, and we do not need to provide any additional context, and just copy the prompt and come back to your Base44 and then click on Visual Edit. And once you've done so, just click all these and just grab all these elements. So just put your cursor across all these elements and select them, and then tell your Base44 to apply the following edits. So we want to remove this file, remove these two lines, and we can tell it to apply the following changes to the selected elements. Okay, and I'm going to send the prompt, and now it's going to work on adding those additional changes. And if we go back to 21st dev, we can see that they have many more elements we can use and potentially add to our website. For instance, we have this interactive I guess avatar, or we have these animations, and you can all get the code for all of these and add them to your Lovable, to your cursor, or to whatever platform you're using. So with that being said, let's go to our Base44, and I'm just gonna connect back with you once the changes have been made. Okay, so Base44 came up with the design, and as you can see, there are some problems with the design. Mainly, we have these cards right here, which is what we want, but we also have these cards right here, and we do not want these cards. So I'm just gonna click on Visual Edit, and I'm just gonna select all these elements basically, and I'm gonna let it know that I have 6 cards right now, and you forgot to delete the previous ones when you added the new feature. Okay, let's see if it can fix a problem. Now it's thinking about it, and once we have an update, I'm gonna connect back with you. Okay, so we have an update. Basically, Base44 was able to change their elements, and now we only have one set of cards. Perfect. As you can see, this looks very professional, and you can add many other elements to your Base44. I'm not gonna talk more about that. You can just explore your creativity. But for this use case, I'm just going back to my n8n, and I'm gonna click on this so the webhook is listening to events from Base44. I'm gonna go back to Base44. I'm just gonna fill out the form so that we have information for the rest of our automation. And for the business process or problem, I'm gonna say I want to automate client onboarding. And I'm gonna click on this blue button here, and it says your information has been received. And I'm gonna go back to n8n, and as you can see, we do have the information. So all the information are basically here. And if I scroll, I can see that I have the email address, and I have the webhook URL, and first name, last name, and the prompt. So for next thing, we need to add our AI agent. So I'm just gonna look for AI. I'm gonna click on this AI agent, and here we are basically gonna use the chat input, but the chat input is basically gonna be the webhook input. So I'm just gonna say define below, and I'm just gonna look for the prompt from the webhook, which is the following: I want to automate client onboarding. Okay, and then I want to add a system message, and for my system message I want to paste the following instructions. So as you can see, I have some instructions for my AI consultant, and basically I want to ask this AI agent to act like a consultant, and basically the following prompt tells it how to handle different situations, how to provide the information, what type of information to provide, and basically at the end we want to attach our Calendly link so they can have a meeting with us. And I'm gonna copy this, and if you want to have access to this prompt, you can just join my Discord channel. The link to the Discord is in the description sections. Okay, and then I'm gonna come back to n8n, and I'm gonna copy all these prompts, and then I'm gonna go back to my n8n, and I'm gonna connect the chat model, which is OpenAI chat model, and then we want to connect this AI agent to another AI agent, and the next AI agent is basically responsible for HTML styling, and this AI agent is the AI consultant, and then the other one is the AI styler. So I'm just gonna click on AI agent, and here we wanna connect it to the chat model, and I'm gonna use OpenAI chat model. And here we also need to provide the system message. And for the system message, again, I'm gonna go back to my Google Docs, and if you want this Google Docs, you can go to my Discord, link in the description, and I'm gonna copy basically these instructions here. I'm just gonna provide them to the AI agent, okay? And basically, this adds a professional style to our emails. So I'm just gonna copy this, and I'm gonna come back to n8n, and I'm gonna paste this here. And we are gonna leave this alone for now because we need to test the previous step before we can move on with this step. So, and once we have the output, we can pass the output to the next AI agent, and that AI agent is basically gonna style whatever output we have here. So this is our output, and now we can go to the other AI agent, and for the prompt we can just say define below, and I'm gonna pass this output, and we already have the system message, so I'm just gonna run this step as well, and I'm gonna come back here. I'm just gonna pin this data so we do not lose it. Okay, good. As you can see, the node is still running, and once it's done, we should have the updated HTML such that it's in a very professional format. And then we need to connect it to our Gmail node. And so I'm just going to check for Gmail and send a message. And I'm going to click on the AI agent because we have our response. And as you can see, there are some characters that you might not understand, but it's going to make more sense once we email it. Okay, so let me just pin this data so we do not lose it. And here we want to send the message. So the to address should be whatever email address we got from our webhook, which should be somewhere here. Okay, the email address, and the subject should be here is your AI implementation guideline. Okay, and I know I misspelled some of these, it's okay. And once you have done that, the next step is to drop the message here, which is whatever we got from our previous AI agent. So I'm just going to drop this here, and then I can click on add option, and then append n8n attribution. I'm going to turn this off, and I'm gonna run this section, and I just want to make sure we have the correct to address, send replies to, or sender name. Okay, we have this correct to address, so I'm just gonna run this module. Okay, the email was sent, so I'm just gonna go to my email to see what we got. Okay, so this is what we got: client onboarding automation report and the diagnosis of problem. So we have a quick diagnosis, we have a section dedicated to inefficiencies, and we have some automation roadmaps. So I would say these are very decent advice. So basically the AI is saying that we should integrate CRM workflows to automatically verify client data, which is great. Long-term improvements, and here we do have an estimated ROI, so how much the client is gonna make as a result of the system we are implementing for them. We have a section dedicated for next steps for implementation, and also here we have a link so that they can use to book a call with us. And that's it for this video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions in the comment sections. Thank you very much.